I dropped Salty Springs 58 times, and this is what happened. Yes, because Salty Towers released, I couldn't do a full 100 drops, but there will be a Salty Towers 100 drops one day, so stay tuned for that.
I don't know why, but the Fortnite creators have given me a second chance to do Salty Springs 100 drops. And at first I was debating whether I'd just do 42 games to finish the original 100 drops, but then I realised I had enough time to do a full 100 drops. Which was true for the original Salty Springs video, but then I took a 2-week break. If I knew the the chapters that would come after Chapter 2 Season 5, I would have never taken a break. Anyways, back to Game 1, where I'm dropping with the STDs on the first day of the season. If you don't know what the STDs are, don't worry, it's not what you're thinking. It's a group consisting of me, Random, Avery and Miles, so it's safe to say Random is our only hope. But let's go to the final circle where Miles is eliminated and Avery has just been downed. And we all knew that Random would get us the win.
2 seconds earlier.
17 fucking kills. I'm flipping that whole game. I don't think.
You know what? I got no...
To the people who say that Salty Springs isn't dangerous, please just watch this. After brutally murdering everyone in the town, the last resident of Salty Springs murdered me. Game 3 was worse than my upload schedule. Game 3 wasn't as interesting because I just died in dusty divots. Salty Springs is quite a dense location, so every house is great to land at, except from the small one with 1 chest, but I think everybody knows that. I don't know why I didn't just build up, but you know, sure. If you're going to go to any house, go to the blue one. It has, I think, 5 or 6 chests, and it has a bunker with a rift in it, which is great to escape. Just don't do what I did, which was die. Literally less than 1 minute into the game, I got put down to 1 HP. So I carried myself and my failing organs out of Salty Springs to find some heals. I have no idea how I survived this encounter, but I'm going to predict that it's because this guy has no organs at all. Because he's an AI. After a while of looking around, I found some heals in Dusty Divot, which means I could actually win. I found myself in Retail Row halfway through the game, and I know every 100 drops YouTuber has said it, but none of us did land here 100 times. This is an edit from Future Nathan. @Warp did it. Go subscribe to @Warp, watch that video. Let's go down to when it was a 1v1. I had 9 kills, confident I was going to get a 10 kill win. I had great loot, I had the circle. I was gonna get this, right? He got the next circle. You can guess what happened next. I got massacred in my second hometown. I actually just don't know what my kill record is, so I'm gonna count this game as my kill record, and this will be the last kill montage, I promise. I was joined by Silly Squirtle in Game 10, and if you haven't already, watch Silly Squirtle 20 drops. If it's out. If everything goes according to plan, it comes out first. Fun fact, Silly Squirtle was also really good at this game, hence the fact he has 12 kills and I have 2. We flew around in a plane, hunting our prey like an eagle. We eventually found them, and whilst I was in the air, Silly won us the game.
I just punked him. Let's go. should have trapped him.
G'day, g'day, my bloody legend. Okay, no. I'm not doing a laser beam impression. I did that in Colossal Coliseum.
Okay, good.
Didn't work out. That video got erased. And just like Colossal Coliseum 100 drops, we got erased too. Game 12, we got killed by ninja haters. Bush. No, not my bush! The circle stayed around Salty most of the game, so we kind of just stayed around that area too. And that was the best idea, because then we won the game. Or more accurately, Silly Squirtle won the game. I'm not good at this game.
On pawn for the win. That was a really good win. I'm proud of that. 18.
Back into solos game 14, and it's going well. I just got killed by a 14-year-old child. Random, no! I landed in Salty Springs wearing the collab number 48 skin. And I knew the best thing to do after the last 2 games was just to leave early. I headed into Fatal to live a whole new life without violence. I still did my fair share of rebellion though. But eventually, the circle did close in around Fatal Fields. But I had to defend my new home from a Twitch streamer, and I won the game! But the question is, can I get back-to-backs? If you want a good camping spot, sue me, I'm a camper. There's this one in the red brick house on top of Salty Springs. It's great. I actually did get a kill whilst hiding here, so take that as you will. But let's skip down to the final circle, where the last guy is on a roof, so he can't build. And I won the game. But the question is, can I get back-to-backs? This is also another great camping spot. This was in Clumsy No Name's OG Risky Reels video, and it actually worked wonders for me. I got so many kills here. And clearly it worked, because the other guy put it down to a 1v1. I should have won right here, but then my game glitched, and I lost the... Oh, he died to Storm. Oh, well, I won then. Cool. But the question is, can I get back-to-back-to-back-to-backs? No! We are departing at Viking Village. This was the tactic I used for most of the games after this game. I would just try and get out of Salty Springs and get to Viking Village. I would have done 100 drops here, but I know Clumsy No Name's doing one, and I can't steal everything from him. But the Salty Springs bloodlust never left me, and it got me killed. I really don't know why I own this skin. I'm just gonna roll with it. At the moment, the only thing I am playing is Fortnite, and it's hard to make jokes when all you're doing is playing Fortnite. I rotated into Lucky Landing, but unfortunately, Lucky Landing wasn't lucky. There was intruders all over my house, but unfortunately, they got to me first. Hey, it's the Brutal Bastion Fortnite skin. Random has always had to carry me. I mean, it's just a common thing at this point. But then Random disconnected from the game. But we did get 23rd place in game 23, so I'm going to count this as a win. Back to solos game 24, which also means back to dying. Oh, nice. I went as Silly Squirtle game 25. Go watch Silly Squirtle 20 drops if it is out. Hopefully it is. Everything goes to plan. It is. I massacred the whole of Salty Springs and got out alive. But for some reason, I went back. You idiot! This is my own fault. No one else's. This is what the War Machine jetpack wishes it was. Yes, it's been that long. I'm sorry. Even though this location is not coming back, let's talk some strategy. I would say this red house right here is the best one to go to, mainly because it's got, I think, 3 chests, some loot on the ground. It's a very nice situated place. It's not straight in the middle of Salty Springs, but it's also not too far away. But at the same time, do not just go in this one house and think you'll have enough. This will happen to you if you do that. The streets of Salty Springs were already littered with bodies. Unfortunately, I became one of them. Another tip is if you can't get the big red house, go to this one. This house has probably the second most loot. I tried becoming a sweat, but unfortunately I was no match for a real one. Dropped on the Salty Springs mountain to get some stonks. This person was probably my investing rival. To be honest with you, I didn't know how I died until I replayed it. They were hiding as a bush and I didn't notice. This is the first game to be over 10 minutes for a while, and I only just realised it's because Random is in it. He carries me way too much, but I like it. This rift at the bottom of this house probably helped me so many times. I think I would have lost so many other games if this bunker didn't exist. So thank you, Fortnite Chapter 1. This was also the start of the Season 7 updates, so we had planes, new guns, and some new locations. And I think this was my favourite update out of them all, because it just brought back the most stuff that I liked. Let's go to when it was a 2v1. Random shockwaved us towards the player, and we minigunned him to get the win.
Oh. I'm gonna laugh at him because honestly he's annoying.
But can we get the back-to-backs?
Fuck you.
Oh no. Yep, after that, it was all over. Cool Peter! Cool Peter! For some reason, people were playing this like it was an FNCS championship, so I got downs like 4 times. And random was no match for the sweats. You know, I should really stop coming here. This neighborhood is really unkept. This is a depiction of every random thing game I've ever played. Well, you know what they say about game 37? It's a game, and then 100 drops. As you can see, it's the Season 9 update, and I used one of my favourite explosive guns. I love this gun so much. Probably because it has aimbot, but still. Oh, the baller. How I have missed you, my old friend. Why did they have to put fuel on you? But let's go to when I took this snipe and brung it down to a 1v1. I had no idea where the other player was, so I hid in my box, ready to fight. Unfortunately, the other player found me, but made a stupid decision by dropping in my box, and I got the win. The quality got better, nice. This is my first game on the Xbox Series X. The problem is it doesn't have a capture card. So, this is like 1 minute of gameplay, which is easier to edit, but so much harder to use for content. I killed a player off screen. Yeah, that will be a usual for the next 3 games, but I got this one on recording. It's not even that good of a kill. The almighty Fortnite gods put me in a bot lobby, mainly because they think this is my first game, but they underestimate how bad I am at this game. I'm trying to keep track on what update I'm on, but I really don't know. Oh, and I died. Nice. Okay. Half of this recording is just me and my settings. Why I decided to record this bit, I genuinely don't know. And it looks like I rotated to Viking Village, which is a great choice. Why don't I do this more? And it looks like this game is going well until... oh! Yeah, the recording just stops. Back on the PlayStation 5, which means I have 8 minutes of recordings. Which is good, but it also means that I didn't win. I made it very far away from Salty Springs, but clearly not far enough. I do love this Master Chief skin. I think it looks really cool, but I am still waiting for Kratos to come back. Please, Fortnite, bring Kratos back. I am literally recording this 5 seasons later and he still hasn't come back. I was attempting to snipe this person, but then karma got me. I left Salty Springs early this game in order to survive, for once. I wore Remy this game to reminisce about Brutal Bastion. A time where Half-Life had nothing to do with toilets. A time when the word brain rot wasn't even a thing. A time when people wouldn't just shout random words and think it's funny. A simpler time. A better time. A clearer time. But unfortunately, we don't live in that world anymore, and I got clapped by the very people that caused the world to change. I tried to leave Salty Springs early, but unfortunately, the residents followed me. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, these next few games are not good. I don't know how many. I think it's just 5. I'm gonna say 5 so you keep watching, please. Fuck the grenade launcher meta. Seriously, the animatronics do get a bit quirky at night. I got killed by a person that really needs to rethink their naming process. I was as shocked as you when I saw this combo, and then I realised I'm on random combos. Don't worry, I'm shit at fashion, not that shit. This neighbourhood must have really expensive insurance. Like seriously, there needs to be a policing system or something. I actually escaped Salty Springs and took a few lives, but unfortunately, my life was taken shortly after. Maybe we should hire a sheriff. Hey, does anyone want to be a Salty Springs sheriff? It would only be a short position. You'll die in a day. No? Okay. The irony of this death. Laser beam kills laser beam. Game 53, I just tried to make an honest living being a fisherman. Unfortunately, Salty Springs does not like honest people. After a lot of humiliating deaths, I decided to land the little mountain by Salty Springs. But I was not good enough, and I still died. I clearly have too much faith in this neighborhood. Finally, a game that doesn't end after 2 minutes. Still the best strat in Fortnite. Thank you, Clumsy. I don't know why I didn't just build. For some reason, I just stayed on the ground. Back to dying game 57. Got salted on in game 58. At this point, I had the strat down. It was literally loot Salty Springs, come down here and camp the rift. But I wasn't getting many wins with this strategy, so maybe I should rethink it. Only 8 more games till game 69. Right, I need my luck to change. I can do this. I can win this game. I don't know why I stood in the middle of the deadliest town in Fortnite, but I did. Unfortunately, Anakin had the high ground this time. I have no idea what just happened. This town really needs better gun laws. I have no idea where or when I got this skin, but it's nice. That's a lie. I don't like this skin at all. This was a high kill game, but I already promised no kill montages, so here's my death. I have no idea where these shit skins are coming from, but I'm glad I'm dead. I really need to consider my purchasing history because what the fuck is going on? Game 69! Let's go! I got out of Salty Springs very early in order not to get killed. And I headed to Viking Village, the only place where I feel safe. Seriously, with this and Pleasant Park 100 drops, this should really just be a Viking Village 100 drops. But unfortunately, the circle put me straight back to Salty Springs. The circle got really small, and there was only 2 players left. I was literally only on 30 health. I'm terrified. I barely survived the glide down, but unfortunately, some things are just not meant to be. I'm sad. And this game didn't make me any happier. Finally, a longer game. I don't know what power Comfy Chomps has, but he just makes me better at the game when I'm wearing him. It took me way too long to realise, but if you haven't noticed, this game is not a public match. I'm pretty sure, if I remember rightly, this was Clumsy No Name's tournament. I might be completely wrong, but that's what I remember. So there is no special power, I'm still bad at the game. Right, back to normal matches, game 72, which means back to instant deaths. I nearly made it out of Salty Springs, but it called back to me. After 46 games of death, I think it was time to bring in reinforcements. We did make it out of Salty Springs, but unfortunately there was still too much violence. The name's Productions. Nathan Productions. But let's go down to the final circle where I was spraying everyone in my sight. I knocked down 2 of them, and then I killed the last player to get the win. It only took 48 games. But can we get the back-to-backs? Let's just go down to the final circle where we're all dead and Random is against a whole team. Random's good at the game, he's not that good. I'm going to give a little strategy even though the season is over. Salty Springs is great for squads. But unfortunately, it's even more dangerous in squads. It is like a battlefield out there. It's the exact same predicament. Random did not make it out alive. Yes, you're reading that right. I have 1 day and 22 hours to do 20 games. I was genuinely terrified. I did not know if I could do this. I didn't even know if I would be able to make it to game 80, let alone game 100. But I'm going to try anyway, in order to actually finish the Salty Springs 100 drops this time. So I was lucky that this game was quick. Miles and Avery had to go, but Random stuck with me. Let's hope he can carry me to some wins. But he didn't carry me this game, and now he's gone. And I'm not very good at carrying myself. To be totally honest with you, the time limit looming over me was very scary. I genuinely didn't think I was going to get this done. Looking back, I hated Chapter 1 Season 10, but looking at the update now, it was genuinely quite inventive. And I'm really sad that I didn't play a little bit more. I left Salty Springs with blood on my hands. my life would never be the same. And so I did what I did best. I proceeded to box camp for most of the game, but I eventually crawled out my box, ready to fight the final 2 players, aka third party. It isn't an honourable way to win a game, but it is a good way to.
High school just started, and I got a big group of friends, and they all pretty bad.
But can we get the back-to-backs? No! Hey, back-to-back deaths though. My neighbours have clearly not heard of manners. I survived a little bit longer this game, but not long enough. Before you judge my skin choice, this was filmed on December 1st. It's just been a long time, okay? This fucking skin! To be honest with you, I should have seen this person under the stairs, but I'm just blind. And this video clip is 42 seconds long. I don't have much hope. Yep, who would have guessed? I died. Yeah, this game wasn't much better either. And here we are, the final 10 games. At this point, it had been a whole day or so. I think I had about 8 hours left, which to be honest with you, is nerve-wracking. So I was lucky that this game wasn't very long. Seriously, 100th place, again. Knowing I wanted to win one more game, I brung in the professional carry random thing 521. What the fuck is this combo? With random's help, we actually made it out of Salty Springs alive. But let's go down to the final circle, where random has brought it down to a 1v1. Random jumped on the final player and enthusiastically killed him.
Fuck you! Fuck you! You piece of shit!
But can we get the back-to-backs? Oh. Okay. I've got a good feeling about this game. We left Salty Springs to live a life as farmers, but our past in Salty Springs called back to us, and the violence ensued. But let's go to the final circle, where it was a 2v2. I did literally nothing, and we won the game.
I got 18 kills. Altogether, we have 21. We had as many, both you and me.
Okay, I have another good feeling for this game. Not all good feelings are right. There's not much to say about this game. It ended just like many others.
Is that the bite of 87?
I found that very funny, but we didn't win, so who cares? This is something that doesn't usually happen, so I'm taking this as a win. Yeah, it didn't last long, but Random didn't even get to pull off the reboot because he died. Game 98, Random was dead. You know what happens next. The amount of M&M skins we've faced over the last few days is fucking ridiculous. And here we are, game 100. I've brung together all of the STDs. That's not what you think it means. To be honest with you, I'm shocked I even pulled this off. I only had 2 more games left until I couldn't play a single another game, and I needed to land Pleasant Park the game after. So, you know, this was very, very close. This game we rotated into Dusty Divot and was contended by another squad. Me, Miles and Avery were dead, and Random couldn't fight off all 4 of them. But that's just your average game when you're dropping Salty Springs. And that's the end of the 100 drops, and if I've planned this right, the end of all OG drops. But I am 9 months late, so my ending monologue doesn't really make sense. But I'm gonna read it anyway. And OG Fortnite is now over. And I'll give Chapter 5 a chance, but I feel like it will go the same way it always does. Chapter 3 Season 1 Day 1 I said, oh my god, this is the best season ever. And then I went back to Red Dead Redemption 2. Chapter 3 Season 3 Day 1, okay, this is the best season ever. And then I went back to Resident Evil 3 Remake. Chapter 4 Season 4 Day 1, okay, this is not recency bias, this is the best season. And then I went back to The Witcher 3. So I'm expecting to play like 10 games of Chapter 5, and then say this is the best season yet, and then go back to, I don't know, I still need to play the new Alan Wake, so I'll go with that. It was Hi-Fi Rush. It was Hi-Fi Rush.